For this topic, Introduction to Food, Beverage and Labor Cost Controls, it consists of 3 subtopics. So the first one is on cost concepts, the second one is on sales concept, monetary terms, and the last part is on sales concept as well, but in non-monetary terms. So first of all, we will look into the cost concepts. So what is cost? In food service, cost is an expense to a hotel or restaurant for goods or service when the goods are consumed or the services are rendered. If food means that it is being used, and then services if you serve your customer. So there's food and beverage costs, and there's also labor costs. So in terms of food and beverage costs here, it means that if you have already used the food, you have already used the food product, whether you sell it or not, it is considered as a cost. Okay, whether at the end of the day you are able to sell it, or at the end of the day you have to throw it away because of spoilage, then it is considered as a food cost. And in terms of labor costs, is incurred when you have people on duty, and regardless whether they work or they do not perform well on that day, it is already a cost. And then costs can be categorized into 2 types, which is fixed costs and variable costs. So if fixed costs are costs that are normally unaffected by the changes in sales volume, meaning to say if the number of customers increases, these fixed costs will not increase. For example, are your insurance, your taxes, and also your rent. But on the other hand, for variable costs, it is related to business volume. As business volume increases, the cost will increase. As the volume decreases, the cost should decrease too. So examples is the F&B cost. When you have more patrons, when you have more customers, if you have event, then definitely your F&B costs would be higher because you have to purchase a lot more food item in your menu. And then there's the semi-variable costs. It has both fixed elements and also variable elements. So a good example is actually the salaries and wages. So this is true if you can see in a banquet service. So they normally would have a fixed staff which works every day. So that is the fixed cost. But if they have a function, say for example wedding, then they would need to hire additional employees to cater for that event. So it is considered as a semi-variable cost because you have both fixed and also variable elements in it. And then costs can be further broken down into controllable and non-controllable costs. So if you look at controllable, it can be changed in the short term. So cost of food and beverages can be changed by changing the portion size, changing the ingredients, or changing the quality of purchased products. If you say you want to gain more profit, then you can reduce your portion size. Or if you want to change the ingredients, maybe you want to take advantage of a seasonal product that is abundant in that period of time. And the last one is changing quality of purchased products. Here means that you might want to consider trying a different brand which has the same quality, but then a newer brand which usually they sell it more cheaper than the established brand. And then cost of labor by hiring additional employees, or you might want to increase the working hours of or you want to decrease the working hours of your employees. So you can actually control this cost. For non-controllable costs, it cannot be changed in the short term. Again, for example, you have the rent and depreciation. Normally managers, they do not have the ability to change any in the short-term period. However, some of these non-controllable costs actually can change. If you look into rent, it will change over a certain period of time. So that is the end for this part. I'll see you in the next part. Thank you.